thing is just a job for what we're not trying at these things. Toasty. Okay, that's the girls sorted out as well. 2 out of 3. I don't think next door's actually that bad, but we'll have a look for the door just for the safe side. Do you remember yesterday I said when I put these bales in here that they would probably eat a hole right through the middle of it? Well, they did. It's collapsed now, but yeah, half an hour ago you could see right through the middle of the bale. One had gone through this way, one had gone that way, and they kind of met in the middle. So yeah, they've eaten the heart out of that one. Not so keen on this one, but looks of it. Thing is, they're all so bloody fat. Like I said, they got to push calves out, and they have got plenty of condition, plenty of reserve. I don't want them to get too fat. Right, Mary. Yeah, okay. All right. Right. So yeah. So the yard for later on. That one's doing. In here, that's actually okay. In there. Right then. That gives me time for another little project. This project. So when I ordered these, I'm sure the size was on the advert as to how big they were, but when they came, they were actually quite small. I was surprised how small they are, but I got a funny feeling that these little lights have probably got more power than the ones at the front. I don't want anything too big, so basically I'm going to put a couple of these up. Well, one for sure, maybe 2, because there is space from over there. Maybe 2. We'll put these up on here, and I'll have some nice bright light for my reversing camera, which I still might move. Right, so the fixings for these, this is what the postman could hear rattling in the thing, and he thought the actual there was broken glass in there. The fixings are pretty naff. I mean, they'll do the job, but that is pretty naff. Anyway, everybody there is happy. Still got to do a store sample to the vets because they're still a bit loose, but I've run out of pots, or if I haven't run out of pots, I've put the pots somewhere safe. I can't find them, so it might be the old blue glove trick, which apparently lots of farmers do. They go out with a blue glove on, milking glove, grab a handful of that, tip the glove off, turning it inside out, and hand the vets an inside out blue glove, saying, "There's your sample. Do your fecal egg count from that." Apparently that's quite common. So I presume it works. Just a messy job for the technician who's doing the test. Sounds a bit of shit. Okay, so before we start, we know that that cable there is the live feed for the old lights. And we also know that that cable there is the earth. There you go. So what we're saying is if I turn the lights on and offer one of these up with that cable energized, which one's open? That one. This should work. I know, famous last words, but yeah. So if I put the live on there and the earth on that, this should light up. So we'll turn that way, we'll turn that on, and then we'll go, so that on there, and that on there. It's quite bright. All right, okay, we know that works. We'll just, Mount it up. See, I'm only going to mount one for a minute because if these turn out to be naff, they weren't much money and I could always find a job for them somewhere else. So, but yeah, the idea is these are supposed to be reversing cross working lights. Well, where's it gone? See, that's a beefy fitting compared to the rather limp-wristed woke fitting that's in here. I don't think that's going to work on there, is it? It's a bit, we'll keep that, but it ain't going to work. Not on that. Right, I need some tools, so we'll come back and put this together and then we'll offer it up outside, screw it on, push the cable through, do some connections, and hopefully that will be job done. Fingers crossed. You've no idea how difficult that was to get that bolt started. I've been in and out of the cab. I mean, what I wanted was a piece of blue tack or chewing gum or something, but I didn't have either. But anyhow, I managed to get it started now, so I've got the bolt through from the other side. I just got to tighten it up. And then I think basically what we're going to do is, we've got that big hole there that was existing in the machine anyway. We'll fit the light, bring the cables through there. I think they're long enough. I can then connect straight up to these guys here. I might actually change that fitting on the end of there because I don't think I'm going to need that. And I can earth directly into the cable. So yeah, we'll just grouch him up a bit tighter, and then we are. That's that bit done. This is where I get outside and see it's twisted, and I got to come back in and undo it again because that's just it. Yeah. Actually, it's not too bad. I can probably just give that a little tap with something just to line that up. It has moved a little bit. That may or may not matter. So this light's then going to mount on there like that. Actually, that's not going to matter. I'm quite happy with that twisted like it is. That cable can go through there. I can connect everything up. Do I want that up above or down below? What do you reckon? The next fiddly bit is actually mounting the light onto that bracket, because I've got to put nuts inside those little holes and then bolt it through from the outside. And actually how's that going to work then, because there's no hole. There's no hole in that side. Am I missing something? Did they forget to drill the hole? How's that going to work then? That doesn't work. I'll take you out of the box and see if that's only got one hole. He's supposed to have a hole like that there. Well, unless I'm completely blind, I can't see a hole. Let's get you out of the box and just see what that's like. Are you the same? No. See, that one's got a hole both sides. So maybe I'll just make one and send one back. I don't see, because that's actually threaded. Is that threaded? Anyway, I got one that will work. Right. In amongst that lot should be, biggest problem I got now is my flipping fingers are so cold. I can't feel a lot, but that nut goes in there, and that nut goes in there. And then I want a Phillips or flathead screwdriver. I think we're going to go with the Phillips. Let's just see. Yeah, that'll work. There's no spacer in there, so I presume he has to squeeze up. Oh, this is a fiddle. Bite, bite, bite. Oh, he got it. Flipping hell, he's got it. Right, that's that one. And then this side. Find that nut. I think he's got it. Put that cable through there. Aim that down. And do that up. What do you reckon? it's small, isn't it? I know these LED lights are quite powerful, but it does feel very small. Right, that's it mounted. Let's connect it up. Oh yeah, I got enough there. Right, we'll strip these down, put some connectors on there, and then we'll connect. We can probably shorten that, because there is actually a break in it, so we'll shorten that to that break in the insulation there, put a connector on there, and I think we'll change that to a spade or bullet connector as well. That's it, it'll be done. Simples. Right, so we've got earth there and live there. So the live feed is the insulated connector. We should now just be able to connect these up and the lights should work. Should be that simple. Yeah, you're really not being very helpful. Okay, you're really quite in my way. You're just ignoring me, aren't you? All right, I did it again. I have actually worked out now what I'm doing when the sound goes off on my camera. It's actually the jack plug going into the back of the media mod on the back of the camera. So it's not the microphone, it's the receiver. Anyway, only a short segment. I've lost out on the sound, so we'll catch it now. Got the light going, it is working. I'm just wondering whether or not I can put up with the fact that it's not quite straight. The dog's very impressed. We're going to go and have a little wander around. Flick that off and then turn that off. That's it, that's all of it off now. Everything works. All I've got to do now is tidy stuff up, put it all away back where it belongs, finish clipping stuff together, crimping stuff. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go along? So anyway, so this is the crimps. There's spade crimps or spade connectors and bullet connectors. Proper tool, look at that, fantastic. Yeah, what can I say? It's going back together quite well. Just got to stuff all the wires back inside there. Not working. Try that again. Tuff it a bit tighter. Squeeze it in. On with me nuts. Get me nuts up good and tight. And there you are. Job is a good one. Welcome back. It's late. It is actually 6:26 in the evening, so we're being lit by some of the farm security lights. And I thought maybe we'd come back down and see how that new reversing light is going to do on the back of the Mustang. Is it going to cut the mustard? So okay, there's obviously something that's going on because it's actually quite bright. Right, let's get this thing outside and we'll have a look. So that's my rear view mirror with the light on. The light off, not actually a huge difference. I'm thinking that's because there's infrared on the actual camera itself. Yeah, it's quite bright out there. Let's go and find a dark spot. Lure misses. So I can actually see in the camera reasonably well out the back of there. Again, if I turn the light off, it doesn't make a massive difference. But if we get out, we'll have a look from outside. It is pretty bright. It could be brighter if I had two of them, but obviously I've got to send one back. but it's a lot brighter than it was without it. I'm just wondering whether I'd be better off mounting these fellas or something similar up on here, or I don't know. I've never hit one. I've only ever damaged one of those once, ever. Anyway, well, I'd say it's okay. I mean, they are only little lights, but yeah, it's safer than it was. I could certainly see more with it than without.